Hi, I'm Adam Drake from Mugen Seiki Racing. Today I'm going to talk about engine heaters and why it's important to preheat your nitro engine, especially when your engine is new or still has a lot of compression. So we're going to talk a little bit today about preheating your engine. So what I have here in front of me are a few of the options that you can use for preheating your engine. You have the old school, just standard heat gun. Some people will even use just a hair dryer. Typically a hair dryer I don't think gets quite hot enough. A heat gun does get hot, but the problem with a heat gun is as soon as you're done heating it up, you set it down on the table. You can potentially melt the handle of a tool or your pit board, your yoga mat, anything like that. So it's not quite the safest. What I like to use is the Protec 12 volt heater, or I have kind of an old school competition heat, 110 volt heater. These are kind of difficult to get your hands on nowadays, but the Protec one is available. I use a Protec 11.1 3-cell 2200 milliamp 3S battery that powers the heater. You just go ahead, plug the battery in, hit the button. When the red light's on, that means that it's heating. You can hold that down and it'll turn the heater off. It also has a safety feature or built in to where if the heater gets left on, eventually it'll just shut off on its own. But some of the reasons why heating your engine is so important is it can reduce premature wear within the engine. So especially when an engine is new and you have metal to metal pinch, it's difficult for the engine to start, and it also can cause damage or wear to the engine if it's not preheated. When you preheat the engine, it allows everything to expand. That metal to metal pinch is reduced, again, because everything's expanded, and it'll make easier starting. The other nice thing about preheating your engine is when you do then fire the engine, it already has heat in it, and the tune is going to be closer to what it will be at its full operating temp. So once you start the engine, you should still slowly apply the throttle and let it naturally fully come up to temp before you make adjustments or tune it. But by using a heater, that time for it to fully saturate and get up to race temp or race tune is reduced. So if you don't use an engine heater, you start the engine, takes a long time to heat up to where you're able to put race tune on it. But the big thing is it helps reduce wear and will increase the longevity and life of your engine. It also reduces stress on the connecting rod because, again, when everything's hot, there's less compression and it's easier to start and less